Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Hoppy Hour with Bob and Jimmy. I'm Bob.
And I'm Jimmy.
And today we're going to talk about East Coast IPAs. Now, an East Coast IPA is a type of beer that's characterized by a strong hop flavor and aroma, as well as high alcohol content. This style beer typically is brewed with a combination of hops that are known for their fruity and floral flavors, as well as their bitterness. East Coast IPAs are often described as being a more balanced beer than West Coast IPAs, which tend to have a stronger focus on hop bitterness. The term East Coast IPA is somewhat of a misnomer, though, as the style is not exclusive to the East Coast of the United States. However, many of the most popular examples of this style do come from breweries located in states such as Vermont, Massachusetts, New York, and other East Coast states. East Coast IPAs tend to be hazy in appearance, with a golden to amber color and a thick, creamy head. They are typically served at a slightly warmer temperature than other styles of beers in order to enhance their flavor and aroma. Now, the history of the IPA, or East Coast IPA, is also known as the New England IPA, Jim.
Yep.
It's a style beer that has gained popularity in recent years. Can you tell us a little bit more about what makes this beer an East Coast?
Sure. It's characterized by its hazy appearance, low bitterness, and juicy, fruity flavors. But where did it all begin? The East Coast IPA originated, as you said, in Vermont in the early 2000s, making it one of the newest styles of IPAs out there. Brewers began experimenting with this new style of IPA that was hazy, unfiltered, and had a softer mouthfeel. These beers were brewed with a high percentage of malted barley and wheat and were heavily dry hopped with hops that imparted fruity, tropical flavors. The term New England IPA was first coined by the alchemist in 2004. And the style quickly gained a following in the Northeast. Other breweries began to brewing their own version of the style, and it soon spread to other parts of the country. Today, the East Coast IPA is one of the most popular styles of beers in the craft beer world, and it's gaining popularity. It has inspired countless imitators and variations, and has even spawned sub-styles like the Brute IPA.
Okay.
And the milkshake IPA.
Oh.
What makes an IPA unique, Bob?
Well, first off, there are hops. The East Coast IPAs are known for their unique hop profiles. They typically use hops that are less bitter, a little more aromatic than those used in West Coast IPAs. These hops are often added late in the brewing process, giving the beer more complex and nuanced flavor profile. Some of the most popular hop varieties used in East Coast IPAs include Citra, Mosaic, Amarillo, and Simcoe. And the malts are specific too, Jim. East Coast IPAs also tend to have a more balanced malt profile than the West Coast IPAs. This means that the beer is slightly sweeter taste and a fuller body. The malt flavors also help to complement the hop flavors, creating a more harmonious overall taste. Now, some of the most common malts used in East Coast IPAs include pale ale malt,
Right.
Munich malt, crystal malt, a big favorite, and wheat malt. And even the yeast is special. The yeast used in East Coast IPAs is typically less active than the yeast used in West Coast IPAs. This means that the yeast does not ferment as much of the sugars in the beer, leaving behind a more residual sweetness. This sweetness helps to balance out the bitterness from the hops. Some of the most common yeast strains used in East Coast IPAs include London Ale 2, London Ale 3, London Ale 3, Conan, or Chico. And we can't forget about the water.
Yes.
The water used in brewing can also have a significant impact on the flavor of the beer. East Coast IPAs tend to use water that is softer, has a lower mineral content than the water used in West Coast IPAs. This helps to create a smoother, less harsh taste,
Right.
and enhances the mouthfeel. Some of the most common water sources used in East Coast IPAs include spring water, reverse osmosis water, and filtered tap water.
Now, in conclusion, Bob,
Yep.
overall, East Coast IPAs are a great addition to the world of craft beer. They offer a unique flavor profile that sets them apart from other IPA styles. And they're a great way for beer drinkers to explore diversity of the craft beer world. Whether you're a seasoned IPA drinker or just getting started, which you are,
Yeah.
an East Coast IPA is definitely worth trying. And we have 6 great examples here in front of us today. All 6 are from different breweries in the Wilmington, North Carolina area.
Yeah.
And Flying Machine, first of all, called the Electronic Fog. It has an ABV of 6.3, IBU estimated at 45 to 50. Hazy, tropical, and pineapple, grapefruit.
So let's try it.
Let's
see
do it.
what we think.
Let's see what we got.
Okay.
I think I like it already. It's drinkable.
It's drinkable. Well, there, you can start with that one, and I'll start with this one,
Oh, that's pretty.
and we can take a look at the color. It is
It is
hazy,
nice.
but
Nice and
it's
hazy. It's not
kind-
totally.
yeah,
You can see somewhat through
it's
it.
kind of a straw color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can smell the pineapple.
Oh, I do too.
A
That's the
big
first thing
kind.
comes out is the pineapple.
A lot of tropical fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that smells good.
Ooh, that's an excellent, excellent beer. Nice, smooth mouthfeel that we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of creamy almost.
Very. Like
Yeah.
a milkshake.
Almost. But very, very, very light
good.
tasting and exceptional. You get the hops, but not a lot. I mean,
Very subtle.
Yeah, very subtle.
Very, very subtle.
Mm.
And not a great deal of aftertaste either.
No, there is almost no aftertaste. That's very, very good.
That's a good drinkable beer right there.
That is. Next up is from the Salty Turtle Beer Company, which is up in Topsail,
Topsail Island.
just north, a little bit north here. Their beer is called Haze. And Haze has an ABV of about 6.3%. The IBU is estimated at somewhere around 45 to 50. It's hazy, citrusy, kind of a light-bodied beer. It will have a smooth mouthfeel.
Right.
So let's check this one out and see what we think of it.
I like it already.
Does not seem to be quite as
Oh,
hazy.
It's about the same straw look. Maybe
Yeah,
a little
same
bit-
color.
A little bit more hazy. there.
Yeah, I guess it is. Just a hair more hazy.
Slightly, yeah.
So good head retention.
Don't
And-
get as much pineapple in this one as,
No.
as the other.
but I do get more pineapple than anything else. It's not as strong,
Not as strong.
but it is there.
Yeah.
A little more hops.
Yep.
A little more bite, not much, but a little more. Still good malt flavor. Very
good.
tasty. Very tasty. Mm,
That is a
very nice light beer. That is very good.
That's 2 drinkables we got so
Yes,
far.
it is. Yes, it is. Now we've got one from one of your favorite breweries.
Oh, Wilmington Brewery.
Mhm.
This is one of my favorites. This is called Kitten Biscuit. It has an 8.4 ABV and an IBU estimated at about 70.
Yeah.
And what they say is your cat has kittens in the oven, it doesn't make them biscuits.
That's true.
This is hazy, citrusy, and tropical with a smooth mouthfeel. Let's try that one.
All right.
Are you going to let me open
I'm
that
going to
one?
let you open that one
Hey,
for.
thank you, Bob.
No problem. Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Again, similar in color and haze. This has. Oh, you really get the hops when it comes to your nose on this one. This is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is a little more hop forward than the others, being a little more malt forward.
It smells that way.
Very good aroma though.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Good mouthfeel.
It's got a
bit of an aftertaste, just a hair of an aftertaste,
Yep.
and I'm going to say some grapefruit in there.
Well. Yep.
Okay, and again, not grapefruit, as you know, from somebody putting grapefruit in it. It's just from the hops that they're using. And very,
I like that.
very good beer.
I like the
Definitely more hop forward than the
touch
others.
of bitterness that's in,
Yeah.
in that one. Yeah.
Okay, next up, one of my favorite breweries, Mad Mole.
Oh yeah.
Mad Mole Brewing is the, as I understand right now, the only brewery in the area that has zero carbon footprint. They're totally green. They use their electricity and everything comes from solar. And, very exceptional and fun brewery to go to.
They have a nice facility there.
They do have a nice facility, and their offer today is Citra Mole Down. They always use mole somewhere in the titles of their beer. Citra Mole Down is a beer with an ABV of about 6.7%, and the IBUs estimated at 45 to 50, so a little less than Kitten Biscuit. It's hazy, citrusy, tropical, and you'll get a lot of grapefruit peel out of this. It is light bodied and a very smooth beer. So I'll let you pour that one as well.
Pour that one again? Wow.
Yeah.
I got promoted, folks. Ooh,
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Maybe
got to rethink that, huh?
Maybe we'll rethink letting them pour.
Oh, come on. This is not that bad.
Oh, yes. Very tropical. You smell the grapefruit.
Oh, yeah.
And citrus right up front.
And that's quite a bit
It is a lot hazier than the other two. It looks almost, it's very opaque. So.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of grapefruit.
A whole lot of grapefruit. That's about all I taste in there.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, very.
It's a Mad Mole taste.
That's yeah. I mean, this has a different taste than the aroma, and that's what's throwing me off here a little bit, I guess. That very little aftertaste.
None, hardly.
But a very good beer. I mean, I could sit and drink that one.
I could sit and drink that one
Yeah.
forever. Yeah.
That's excellent beer. So very good. So next up we have Waterman's Brewing and their Surf Sesh. Surf Sesh is a session IPA, hazy IPA. It's only 4.5% or 4.1%.
4.1
ABV. So it is a true session, something that you could sit and drink all day around the pool. It has notes of tropical fruit. It has coconut and also citrus notes from epic hops that will have you shredding dankly layered waves of silky toasted oats, wheat, and barley. So we're going to try this out for the first time because I've never had this one.
I haven't either.
Okay, so this will be the first chance we get to test this beer.
I haven't had any of these.
Oh,
Except for that one.
Yeah, you've had Kitten Biscuit, and I've had the Electronic Fog and the Salty Turtle.
Oh, okay.
So
do I get to open
go ahead.
it?
You get to open this one. We'll give you one more chance to pour it correctly. Okay.
Okay. Oh, look at that beautiful pour. Perfect.
There it is. Definitely a hazy. about the same straw. All these are same straw color, very close to each other.
Mm-hmm.
As they settle, they clear up a bit, but not much. Oh man, I smell
Grapefruit.
grapefruit, but I also smell coconut.
I don't get the coconut.
This is this is leans more toward the sweet, or not sweet, but the sour.
Yeah. It's a slight sour taste.
Slight sour taste to it, which is typical in some East Coast IPAs. They're a little bit juicy, and this one's definitely juicy. I don't want to say sour because it's not a sour, but it is juicy.
This doesn't have the mouthfeel that the previous four did.
No, this is
It's a sharper,
but
crisp.
but very light on the the palate, and really, as you could drink this all day long. Yeah. Good beer.
Good.
Check that one out. All right, and finally,
we have the Hurricane Haze, the new offering from
Good
Hops Brewery. Yes,
right.
Yes.
Good Hops down on Paradise Island at Carolina Beach. This particular beer was actually started out as not as I understand it, as the story was told to me. It started out as a different IPA offering from the previous owners.
Right.
Of
I
Good
remember
Hops,
that. I can't remember.
Now, Good Hops is under new ownership. They still have their head brewmaster down there from before, Morgan. But Morgan took this beer and she did a little something different with it in the hops. And she tried some new brand of hops, something from Australia, I believe, that has become very popular in the craft beer industry. And we're going to test this out.
This is our first shot at this stuff.
Yes.
There you go. Big head again.
Okay. It's hazy, but it's a different color. You can compare it. It has more of a...
Oh, yeah, it's amber.
Yeah, more of an amber color than the straw color of the others.
Oh, look at the difference.
Oh, nice aroma. Very nice aroma. What do you think?
Very subtle. I can't pick up.
It's subtle, but it's like citrus.
Yeah.
It's 6% ABV. Okay. Only 40 IBUs. It's citrusy. It's supposed to be light bodied. Now, Trident, Mosaic, Galaxy, and Ilani. And Ilani, I believe, is what comes from Australia, if I'm correct. If I'm not, you'll correct me in the comments below. I know that. Oh, I like that.
Pretty undrinkable beer.
Yes, it is. Very tasty.
That's got the hop, the bitterness that I like.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's very light bodied. It's not. I mean, the bitterness is there, but it's only 40 IBU.
Yeah, but
the bitterness is there, but it's still the malt comes through.
It's a very pronounced.
Yes. Excellent beer.
That's drinkable.
Very drinkable. Okay, so there you have it. 6 good beers for you to try if you're in the Wilmington, North Carolina area and you want to try a hazy IPA, or maybe you already have and that's your go-to beer. Check out the East Coast IPA offerings that all of the breweries have, because they all have them, but we can't sit here and put everybody in. Or
why not?
Well, we'd be drunk.
Yeah.
So as it is, we really enjoyed the 6 offerings that we have here, and we encourage you to get out and try different beers at different breweries around the Wilmington area, or wherever you happen to live that you're watching this, because there are craft breweries in every part of the country, and they have some excellent offerings. You can usually even if it's only one beer that you like, one style that you like, you can usually find a good beer in every craft brewery. So check it out, and we hope that we taught you something today. And if you'll be so kind, please smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, because it helps us. Until the next time, I'm Bob.
And I am Jimmy.
And we will see you. Cheers.